Good morning, students. This is Bridge Course for Economics, Part 4. In this session, we're going to understand the various factors of production and its characteristics. Production is a process of using various material and immaterial input in order to make output for consumption. Production process creates economic well-being. The satisfaction of needs or originates from the output. Production is the result of cooperation of four factors of production: land, labor, capital, and organization. In economics, production refers to the creation or addition of value. It simply transforms the inputs into output. The factors of production means resources used in the process of production of commodities. There are four types of factors of production such as land, labor, capital, and organization or enterprise. These four factors depend on each other. They have a coordinated impact on production of goods and services. First factor is land. What is land? In ordinary sense, land refers to the soil or the surface of the earth or ground. But in economics, land means all gift of nature owned and controlled by human beings which yield an income. Land is the original source of all material wealth. The economic prosperity of a country depends on the richness of natural resources. The quality and quantity of agriculture wealth are determined by the nature of soil, climate, and rainfall. The agricultural products are the basis of trade and industry. Industry serves on the availability of coal mines or waterfall or electricity production. Hence, all aspects of economic life like agriculture, trade, and industry are generally influenced by natural resources, which are called land in economics. Simply, land refers to all free gift of nature, that is, mountain, forest, uh, lakes, river, air, water, sunshine, etc. are considered as land in economics. The characteristics of land. Land is primary factor of production. Land is a passive factor of production. Land is the free gift of nature. Land has no cost of production. Land is fixed in supply. It is inelastic in supply. Land is permanent. Land is immovable. Land is heterogeneous as it differs in fertility. Land has alternative uses. Land is subject to law of diminishing returns. Next factor is labor. Labor is the active factor of production. In common parlance, labor means manual labor or unskilled work. But in economics, the term labor has a wider meaning. It refers to any work undertaken for securing an income or reward. Such work may be manual or intellectual. For example, the work done by an agriculture worker or a cook or rickshaw puller or a mason is manual. The work of a doctor or teacher or an engineer is intellectual. In short, labor in economics refers to any type of work performed by a laborer for earning an income. According to Marshall, labor represents service provided by the factor labor, which helps in yielding an income to the owner of the labor power. Never look down on anyone. Never judge people who have little to nothing, as one day you may find yourself having nothing at all. Always respect one another, no matter what. Then, characteristics of labor. Labor means any effort, whether it may be mental effort or in physical effort. Characteristics of labor. Labor is the animate factor of production. Labor is an active factor of production. Labor implies several types. It may be manual or intellectual. Labor is perishable. Labor is inseparable from the laborer. Labor is less mobile between places and occupations. Labor is a means as well as an end. It is both the cause of production and consumer of the product. Labor units are heterogeneous. Labor differs in ability. Labor supply determines its reward. Labor has weak bargaining power. Next factor is capital. Marshall says that capital consists of all kinds of wealth other than free gift of nature, which yield income. Baum Bavak defines it as a produced means of production. So, capital refers to produced means of production. As said earlier, capital is a secondary means of production. It refers to the part of production which represents saving used as investment in the further production process. For example, the entire mango is not eaten. A part of that is its nut, is used to produce more mangoes. It is a stock concept. All capital is wealth, but all wealth is not capital. For example, tractor is a capital asset which can be used in cultivation of farm, but due to some reason, the same is kept unused. That is idle for some period. It cannot be termed as capital for that period. It is only a wealth. Next, characteristics of capital. Capital is a man-made factor. Capital is mobile between places and persons. Capital is a passive factor of production. Capital supply is elastic. Capital's demand is a derived demand. Capital is durable. The capital further divided into working capital or financial capital. And financial capital means the asset needed by a firm to provide goods and services measured in terms of money value. It is normally raised through debt and equity issues. The prime aim of it is to amass wealth in terms of profit. Capital is further divided into two: tangible or intangible. For example, buildings, plants and machinery, factories, inventories of inputs, warehouses, roads, highways, etc. are tangible capital. The examples for intangible capital are investment on advertisement, expenses on training program, etc. Next factor is organization. Organization or entrepreneur. The man behind organizing the business is called a organizer or entrepreneur. An organizer is the most important factor of production. He represents a special type of labor. Joseph Schumpeter says that an entrepreneur innovates, coordinates other factors of production, plans and runs a business. He not only runs the business but bears the risk of business. His reward is residual. This residual is either positive or negative. Positive means he get profit, negative means they incur loss or the profit is zero. Functions of an organizer. First function is initiation. An organizer is the initiator of the business. By considering the situation and availability of resources and planning the entire process of business or production. Innovation. A successful entrepreneur is always an innovator. He introduces new methods in the production process. Coordination. An organizer applies a particular combination of the factors of production to start and run the business on production. Control, direction, and supervision. An organizer controls so that nothing prevents the organization from achieving its goal. He directs the factors to get better results and supervises for the efficient functioning of all the factors involved in the process of production. Last function is risk taking and uncertainty bearing. Apart from all the function, this function is considered as most important function. There are risk taking and uncertainty bearing obstacles. Risk may be insured, but uncertainties cannot be insured. They reduce the profit. I hope that you all understand about the factors of production. The four factors of production, that is land, labor, capital, organization, and its characteristics. Thank you, students.